Hello and welcome to thestockradio.com. Today we have joining us on the show CEO and President John Huemoeller from Propeller Technologies Group Inc. Propeller Technologies Group Inc. is a publicly traded on the OTCQB under the symbol PROP. And the website is www.propell.com, Propell.com. John, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Carl. Glad to be here.
John, we appreciate you taking the time out. I know you're very busy. So why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about Propell Technologies?
Sure. Propell Technologies, through our wholly owned subsidiary, Novus Energy, has licensed a plasma pulse technology that we are introducing to the United States. We have the exclusive license for the United States. Our technology, we call it a plasma pulse, it has been proven now to increase oil production in existing vertical wells. We licensed the technology back in February, brought it into the company as a wholly owned subsidiary, and have now been out treating wells with really tremendous success in being able to double or triple or even bigger numbers in some cases existing vertical wells. So our focus moving forward is to now turn it from kind of proving the technology here in the United States to now taking it, ramping it up into a revenue side of the business, and that's what we look forward to as we move on down the road.
That sounds like a fascinating technology. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the plasma pulse? What's involved in this technology?
Well, the technology has been proven overseas for the last 5 or 6 years, but essentially it uses plasma. And we create plasma. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. You have solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. The sun is made out of plasma. It's very hot. There's various types of plasma as well, including, let's say, lightning, which is another form of plasma. I like to equate ourselves kind of as to lightning because when lightning strikes, it creates a tremendous amount of heat for just a millisecond. And that's evidenced by, that burnt tree limb that gets knocked down. And then a couple of miles away, a couple of seconds later, you hear a shock wave, which was generated from that lightning strike. We're doing the same thing, only we're doing it in a wellbore. We're creating a very small little a little piece of lightning, about an inch or inch and a half in length. But that plasma that we creates a tremendous amount of heat. We create 28,000 degrees Celsius for 55 milliseconds, and then that creates a shock wave as well, an elastic wave that resonates through the reservoir. And so we're doing two things. The initial wave or shock is actually clearing the wellbore, the perforation area, of any clogging that might be slowing the oil flow down. And then that elastic wave is moving into the reservoir, and it is shaking the reservoir up. So it's increasing permeability, and it's increasing the flow of oil in that existing well. And so, now that we've proven it and it works very well, we're really ready to roll it out across the country.
So would this be, say, an alternative to, say, the much talked about fracking that goes on?
Well, everything nowadays is talked about, hydraulic fracking primarily in these horizontal wells. We're not going to be replacing that. However, I think wells decline very rapidly, the production of the wells, and so we're able to go back in there after that decline, and then treat a well with our product, and then be able to increase that production again, and be able to do that again and again and again. So we look forward to being able to treat these wells, a number of times. As we move on down the road.
Now, recent PR showed that you had great success with this technology in Oklahoma. Maybe you could summarize some of those results for us.
Yeah, we've had some really good success in the Red Fork sand formation in Oklahoma. We also announced today we had an Arbuckle well that did very well up in Kansas. So, the Oklahoma deal in general, we look forward to this transaction because we actually benefit. We get 49% of the increase in oil production from our technology, and we've seen some very good results which we've put out, taking wells from I think 5 barrels to 50 barrels in one case, and just reworking a well that had been shut in and taking that to 40 some barrels a day. So we've had very good success, and we're seeing most of those results are holding up fairly well. These decline a little bit when they initially come on, and however, our technology in general has been proven to last as long as 12 months overseas. We haven't been in business that long, but we did treat a well back in April that was doing 1.5 barrels, and it had gone up to 5.5 and pretty much held steady with that 5.5 barrels a day for the last 6 months. And then we barrel tested it just before the 6 month or on the 6 month anniversary, and we actually had 8 barrels a day. So we're very pleased with that continued increase in production. Hopefully that'll continue.
Yeah, no, that's very exciting. Now, what is your business strategy, and what are your plans for rolling this technology out and making money with it?
Well, currently the strategy is to take the tools that we have and be able to use those in fields where we know the technology works, and be able to share in that increase in oil production. At the same time, we look forward to trying some other zones and other formations. For example, we're headed out to the Permian Basin next week, I think, to treat some wells out there, and we just recently treated a couple of Arbuckle wells up in Kansas. So, we're continuing to see exactly where it works the best, and then we can, I think, roll the equipment out wherever we see those best results, and be able to share in that increase in oil production.
Now, of course, with any new company or new technology, there's always growing pains. Have you come across any of those, and what plans do you have, for rolling this technology out and continue to develop it?
Yeah, well, we've had some issues, with the technology here, just related to the electronics, being different from Europe as opposed to here in the United States, and so we've overcome those nuisances, but we are currently having the tool re-engineered here in the United States so that we can have it manufactured here, and at that point, then we can really roll it out across the United States, as opposed to just having just a limited number of tools that we're able to utilize today, and so we certainly look forward to having that, and I think that'll happen towards the end of the year here, first part of next year.
Now, we see all the media about the renaissance of the U.S. oil. So of that marketplace, how much of that could your company actually be involved in?
Well, Carl, I'm not exactly sure, percentage-wise what we think we can get after. However, the size of the market is absolutely enormous here in the United States, and that is our focus. There are some 500,000 stripper wells out there that are producing, 10 barrels a day or less, where we've had really good success, and that could keep us busy for the rest of our lives. But those produce 275 million barrels of oil, or 20% of the United States production. So, if we're successful in continuing to be able to double or triple that production, that is a very significant number, and that's where we see such huge potential for our company as we continue to grow.
John, we appreciate your time. Very interesting technology, and anybody that would like to know more can go to the company's website, which is www.propell.com, spelled Propell. We've been speaking to CEO and President John Huemoeller of Propell Technologies Group, Inc. The company's trading symbol on the OTCQB is PROP. John, thank you very much for your time.
Carl, thank you.